AMC post-documentary featuring detransitioners from theaters in face of pressure, right? This was, I think, a few months ago, June 19th or something like that. And TikTok played a pivotal role in Ash Eskridge's journey, as she explained. No, not that one. This is the other one. AMC canceled screenings of the documentary No Way Back.
Yes.
The reality of gender-affirming care after pressure from activists, including the Queer Trans Project. Detransitional Laura Becker criticized the decision, saying, I think it's incredibly dangerous to set the precedent of suppressing free speech, suppressing viewpoints that basically are just unpopular or difficult to deal with. The 90-minute film features detransitioner stories and insights from experts examining the risks and long-term implications of gender-affirming medication. AMC attributed the cancellation to poor ticket sales, but Deplorable Films, the distribution company, defended the documentary, noting that those opposing it had not seen the film before taking actions to silence it.
So actually, about this film, I did a panel at a screening of it in LA, but I also went to a film festival in Iowa to represent the director and talk about it and answer questions. And Laura, the quote from Laura that you just read out is completely right, that it is alarming that we are, silencing essentially what is an unpopular opinion. The film is, I'm going to be real, when you watch it, it's like, it's one of those things where you watch it and you're like, this is what people are upset about, because it's just presenting the other side of just how bad things have gotten, and it's presenting detransitioners' stories. And it has professionals in it. It has doctors in it. It has, it has the people that are doing the quote unquote science that these people claim to care so much about. It has them, and it has them pointing out some truths that, yes, they are uncomfortable, but they need to be said because kids are being hurt. And it was one of those things where, they canceled it, and they can say it's because of poor ticket sales.
It's not true. It's not true. I know the director. I know who wrote it. I know her whole story, and she's a Democrat too. They're canceling us left and right. This is the way it is. There's a multitude of films that have been out there, but this one was finally getting distribution, and the trans activists shut it down. Remember 60 Minutes about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, where the detransitioners went on? They cut that programming too. They don't want to hear the other side. This is the cult mentality. The New York Times won't print my name. They've interviewed me countless times. They won't. They won't print the other side. They won't print the truth.
Can't have somebody Google you. They might find out.
Right. I mean, it's hiding the best kept secret, right? If they are so proud of what they're doing, why are they afraid of listening to the other side? I mean, you see the Washington Post, they won't use the word detransitioner. They won't write about us. They won't write about the parents who are pulling their kids out. They won't write about the parents who are losing custody of their kids because they won't call their daughter a boy or their son a girl. There's complete silence on this. So I appreciate you having this podcast, but there are thousands of us, tens of thousands of us out there, and they're ignoring us and pretending it's not happening.
Well, I think the most important thing when you said, what do they do when you're looking at this? What was the website? Reddit? You said where everybody's
Reddit.
writing stuff and what's missing. To me, there's a few things in a situation like that. One, you need love and support, like a community you're part of where at least you feel like, man, there's other people that are going through what I'm going through. Two, you need faith, because there's no one can do anything, man. The only thing you can rely on is a higher power to have faith in that's going to allow you to go through that process. Three, you need fighters that are going to fight for you, like yourself, that are doing what they're doing, and smart folks that are coming around that are willing to write bills. The average person's like, write a bill? How do I write a bill? Well, this is why you need folks like you that are willing to do that and stand up. And then last but not least, everybody lives a weird life, man. If you believe in God, sometimes chooses you to play a role of a person that's going to share their message and inspire others that they're going through tough times and show strength. And sometimes, life is a very weird life that we get taken advantage of at times. And those who can stand up and stay strong in that end up inspiring others to also go through the challenging times, because they say, if he can do it, if she can do it, I can as well. I applaud you, Luka, for coming here and sharing your story. I applaud you a lot. really, and the reason why I say that, not that it's a competition, like I applaud you more than others. You're 21. You know, it's like for some of us, I mean, I heard you even say, I think you're a
Right.
child till you're 25 years old because you're still developing. You're still at that 21 age,
So
right?
some of the more prominent detransitioners, they transitioned as adults when they were going through it, you know, whether that be abuse,
Chris
trauma,
Beck,
all
the
this stuff.
Navy SEAL, I mean, that's
He's
another
next.
story.
He's reached out to me.
We were going to have him on today as well, and you know, yeah, I'm with you. So here's what I want to know. We're at the end of the podcast. A couple things. If you have any questions for Oli or Erin, you can find them on Minnect. Ask questions. Parents, ask as many questions as possible, specifically from Erin, because she's in this. She can give you her perspective. Oli, for someone that's going through it. You can also visit the website from Erin's side on Protect Kids California, CA, protectkidsca.com. Oli has a book that came out, Gender Madness. The link will also be below for you to order it. And aside from that, my biggest recommendation to everybody, share this content. Talk about it with your kids. Talk about it with your spouse. Talk about it with your siblings. Talk about it with your family, environment. Get more of these types of conversations going. And if you're running another big podcast and you got kids, you're worried about it, why don't you invite them as well to come and start talking about these things until mainstream has no choice but to have to talk about it. We're seeing right now podcasters are starting to have more power than mainstream anyways. You know, the days of mainstreamers having that monopoly are behind us.